So what we're going to do first of all is we have a piece of paper and we have a column, and you write down the things that you can control in the game and the things you can't control. There are things we can control, so we control the controllables and we focus on those. What we can't control, we focus on how we can influence and affect those situations the best way we can. So we direct our attention on controlling the controllables. And as we direct our attention on controlling the controllables, you think for a moment that one of the key ingredients to be successful in football or any sport is to manage your emotional state, to be in the right frame of mind, to be in tune with yourself and feeling the way you want to feel in any specific situation. So taking a penalty, taking a free kick. Once you cross that white line of the game, you can put all the stuff to one side. So you can imagine now putting all the unwanted thoughts into a bag, and you can put them outside the game, outside the field, and you can pick up those thoughts later if you want. So we talked earlier about being in the zone, thinking of times when you were completely immersed in flow in a game of football. It seemed effortless. You were just sort of playing and things were going really well. So we're going to sort of focus on the things that we mentioned earlier. So what I want you to do is to think of a time when you were really confident. And as you think of that time when you're really confident playing a game of football, or alternatively taking a free kick, defending, taking a penalty, just close your eyes now. As you sort of close your eyes to block out the outside world, I want to really immerse yourself in that time and imagine seeing yourself like on a TV screen, a time that you were really super confident and really focused and in flow in the game, and just let it come up on the TV screen. If you're struggling to visualize, just start by visualizing some basics, like visualizing the football, visualizing the field, visualizing the players, the shirts, and just see yourself at that specific time really on the TV screen as clear as you possibly can. And then you can imagine when you're seeing that, just stepping in there and sort of totally connecting to that experience, stepping into it, the screen, and just connecting to it, and notice what you see, the colors around you, what you felt, any feelings. You can feel like the shirt on your body, and perhaps you can sort of feel a bit of sort of sweat on your brow, and really, really focus, and perhaps you felt like the buzz of playing at that level. You can feel the grass underneath your foot, bumping into a player. Really, really immerse yourself in a situation. You can smell maybe the grass, the freshly mown grass. Perhaps you can sort of smell the muscle rub as well, and you can hear your teammates, almost like things are slowing down, and really connect to that experience, like really go into it and really, really take note of that experience and fully immerse yourself in the experience. Perhaps you can sort of taste the energy drink as well, and really feel like the here and now. So I'm going to pause for a moment. You feel that, connect to it. Okay, and as you connect to it in your own time, in your own pace, you can come back to the now. We're going to do another state, and we're going to do, after we've done this exercise, we're going to work step by step how you can then use a process. And the idea is to be able to facilitate your state management. So you can sort of create an anchor, trigger, or cue, a consciously chosen stimulus, and you link it together to a resourceful state. So you're not leaving it to chance, because sometimes you have these automatic, it's a bit like, say, when you listen to a song and it could take you back to a certain time in your life, or maybe you sort of go back to school and evoke certain memories. They're unconscious anchors. You go to a certain ground and you feel a bit sort of nervous. They're what we call unconscious. We're going to consciously run your own brain. We're going to really consciously, and one of the reasons we sort of focus on controlling the controllables is that obviously if we focus on things we can't control, you guessed it exactly, we're going to feel more apprehensive. So we sort of turn our attention to what we can control, let go of what we can't, and really focus on that. So I'm going to sort of focus now on when you were at a time you were in the zone. So now, or in flow. Now think of a time you're in flow, closing your eyes, or times. And it doesn't have to necessarily be football. It can be doing something else. It might have been doing another sport, or it could have been having a conversation, or just really a time that you're in flow and time sort of stood still, and you're just immersed in that experience. As you sort of go back to that time, perhaps if it's easy, you can see it dissociate like a TV screen. And there might be a few times where you sort of lock on one time and then go in the screen and really feel it, stepping into it. And as you step into it, that's what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, and really intensify the experience. When the experience goes to about, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high at about 9, then we're going to sort of connect kinesthetic anchor. So for example, we're going to hold a wristband for 10 to 15 seconds to build a neurological link. And when we sort of go around to doing the kinesthetic anchoring technique, we're going to sort of focus on some of the key points being the intensity of the experience, the timing of the anchor, the uniqueness of the anchor, and the replication of the stimulus. And we can add on that. So you can also do this, say for example, if someone gives you praise, good job, or if you shoot a goal, score a goal, or something goes really well, you can do this and be aware of it. So what I want you to do now, thinking forward, is every time someone gives you praise, you do something really, really well in the game, anchor it. So you're going to choose an anchor. So I've got this wristband, here's an example, but it could be like I've done with other players, and you've seen the YouTube videos probably. So before a free kick, they tap their foot on the floor. That can be an anchor kinesthetically. Or perhaps you see sometimes they might sort of have their own specific anchor, like just twisting a ring, and that's a kinesthetic anchor. We can also do other anchors like visual anchors, auditory anchors as well, like a tune. You'll see some players go into a game with their favorite song list as well. And also we can do other anchors like smell and taste too. And also kinesthetic anchors that don't have to be confined to just to doing an action like a wristband or a ring. It could also be wearing a certain item of clothing, and they've all done it automatically anyway. So what we're going to do now is sort of going to just guide you through that again, and then we're going to go through a more formalized process step by step. So we start by what's really important for me, deciding on the state you want to be in for that specific situation. So for a game of football, you might want to be confident, or for taking a penalty, specific situation might be confident, could be relaxed. And once you sort of decide on the state you can think of, once again, let's sort of go through this exercise that will sort of formalize in a step-by-step process shortly. Think of a time that you're really confident again, guys. And if you want to go into a more relaxed state before you do that, like a time that you were really calm and peaceful, it could have been, going for a walk at the beach, it could have been being with friends and family, or it could have been just being in the state. Just get into a more relaxed state before you associate to it. And as you get into that relaxed state, you can become aware of your heartbeat, your breathing slowing down, perhaps regulate your breathing by breathing through your tummy, and just reflecting on your greatest experiences. Some games where you're really, really confident. And as you reflect on games you're really, really confident, you can choose one game and you can see it like on a screen, and you can see yourself on the screen playing, and almost like slow motion. Then you step in the screen. And as you step in the screen, fully immerse yourself in that experience and what you were doing at that time, what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, and really connect to the experience as much as you can do. And as you connect to the experience, what I want you to do is you can at peak, when you say on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high, connect the anchor. Otherwise, you can just practice that and immerse yourself in these experiences and sort of have a go and do other states too. So I'll pause for a moment, let you really connect to the experience before we move on and do a more formalized, structured process that you can practice on to be able to control your mind and be able to be in the right state at the right time.